Hey, Bob the Cigar Guy here, and I'm hiding from AI. Right, it was a cool thumbnail, little hidey thing, so I thought I'd just leave it up to start the video. But hey, Bob the Cigar Guy here, Travelers Rest, South Carolina, and I am way too big to hide. Tap on my screen, get my focus. Come on, Bob, get focused. Let's focus. Focus enough, I guess. So, you saw the thumbnail, probably something that says AI can't blend cigars, ... yet. Oh no. Oh man, scared of technology, doom and gloom. Oh no. Well, you know what? Yeah, I'm old. I'm a man. And I am not scared of technology, but boy, technology intimidates me, right? I'm still using my phone to shoot videos because if I have to set up a camera, I got to do all this extra stuff. And my podcast, which comes out every Friday, it's still just on YouTube instead of Spotify and all those other platforms because I just don't know how to do it. And I am out of focus. Not that that's bad for you because I don't look the best. See if I can get myself back up here. Yeah, that's better. All right. You know what, it drove me crazy. Because I'm talking to my phone, I actually have my phone turned around where I can see my screen. Not that I love myself to look at myself like that. But I want to make sure that I'm in shot and all this other stuff, and it just makes it easier for me, to be honest. I'm being transparent. Pull this mic down a little bit. What does make my life a lot easier is something like this Blue Banded Me K Rita from Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust. I love this thing. I do. I enjoy it. Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust had lots and lots of lists, lots and lots of high placings, first places all over the place, everywhere else. For whatever reason, the Sin Compromiso number 4 took number 4 for a ton of spots. It's funny. Just don't want to focus. Must have some schmutz on the screen. But the title is AI can't blend cigars ... yet. Where did this content come from? What caused me to think about this content? I'll tell you what. Listening to the news cycle on the way home, I heard about these 3 companies getting together with the government, G-U-B-M-I-N-T, government, to have this super information center, tech center, something center, $500 billion to do this information center or whatever it's called. I don't know. I told you I'm not a tech guy. But I thought it was okay. It's going to be a hub for storage for, whatever. Come to find out, it is an AI generator or whatever that is. They make AI faster, bigger, better, more intrusive than it was. And then they started talking about all the accolades, how this is going to help in the medical field. It's going to cure diseases. It's going to stop things like the COVID from happening because they'll be able to catch it in like 10 people and instead of thousands of people, and they nip it in the bud beforehand. But I'm not a conspiracist, but that light is killing me. Sorry. Hang on. Where's my stick? See, I don't do tech, but I do good. That light was wearing me out. All right, so there we go. I read 1984, George Orwell. I watched a lot of Terminator movies. I've watched the movie with Will Smith, I, Robot. I've watched Logan's Run. I've watched Demolition Man. I've watched Judge Dredd. I've watched some of the Transformers. I've watched the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you start integrating robotics and giving it its own brain, it never ends well. It starts out good. It starts out wonderful. But it never ends well. And then I started thinking about these hospital visits we're talking about, the doctor's visit. The AI is going to listen to your conversation before the doctor shows up, or before you show up. The doctor's going to go look at a file that's going to generate what your symptoms are and what your possible illnesses or issues are. Then he's supposed to use that to augment, that's the word, augment his diagnosis. It's supposed to help him. Problem is, I believe people get a hold of that and they'll augment themselves and just listen to what the computer says with the algorithms or whatever, or the doc he's just going to go with whatever the computer says, and I don't know, that doesn't sound good. And then it took a step further and said it's going to listen to the conversation and it's going to be giving the doctor notes. And then they talked about how a COVID pandemic would not become systemic and pandemic because they catch it early, because I guess everybody's going to be in this hub, and so all your information is going to go into a collective, and that the board, right? The collective is going to be able to extrapolate all that data and information and know there's something going on. That technology has been used before in different instances in different ways. Like there's things in the automotive industry called TSBs, technical service bulletins. All the dealerships have a thing they have to, if they find a problem with a car, a weird problem with a car, they fix the car, they write up the problem, they write up a solution, they send it off to this thing, and then that hub reads it and figures it out and says, hey, this is happening in California as well as it's happening in Washington, as well as it's happening this and that. And so now we find out that that's a warranty issue, and we're going to fix it, or we're going to know what the fix is. Now, those are called technical service bulletins, just a little bit of information. The dealership does not have to tell you that you have a technical service bulletin. They could charge you for the work, even if it's a kind of a pseudo warranty issue. Self-warranty issue. But when you go into a dealership, you say, hey, I need to know if there's any TSBs on my car. By law, they have to tell you if there's any TSBs on your car. You could probably research it, but I don't know. I don't do tech. But then there's other things that have used that as well, compilation of issues. And I think it's a good thing. I think it's beneficial. I think it helps to get data. The more data you have, the more information you have, the better off you can deal with the issue. But then humanity comes in. You start doing dumb things. Like they take that information and say, well, and I'm just extrapolating here. I'm doomsaying here. Okay, everybody with this genetic marker is prone to XYZ. And instead of treating them for that, they're just going to isolate the people for that, or their genetic manipulation, or we're going to create our own people. You see where I'm going? It's just, it can go crazy. And I hope that cigars are a niche market. They're a niche market. Cigars are an extremely niche market. I'm not political. I'm not technical. I'm not. So I guarantee there's going to be people watching this going, that boy's an idiot. You're right. That boy don't know what he's talking about. Absolutely. But you know what? I got questions. Car mill I work at, they got AI, tons of it. They got robots and things that carry supplies to different areas of the line, and they run without a freaking person driving it. Still freak me out, right? I'm afraid they're going to run me over at last break. I mean, they run me over first break, then I just get some time off from work for the day, go to the infirmary and get, ice and some ibuprofen. That's fine, but don't do it at last break, because then I can't go home on time. Sorry, I told you I'm country. Blue collar, no sleeves, right? But cigars are a niche market. They are. Americans smoke more cigars than the rest of the world combined. We consume more cigars than the rest of the world combined. That's a fact. And I think 3%, the last census I've seen, 3% classify themselves as cigar smokers. And 80 to 90% of those people that classify themselves as cigar smokers smoke like 5 cigars a year. Birthdays, anniversaries, fishing trips, bachelor parties, guys' day out, bonfires, right? There's very few people like you and me that just smoke a lot of cigars, right? Not aficionados, but cigar connoisseurs. Because we're such a niche market, there's so many other markets people could make so much more money at. I don't think that manufacturers are going to try to use AI to make the perfect blended cigar. I hope not. If you think about it, cigars, man, I'm going to step on my foot here. Cigars are anti-tech. They're old school hard. They avoid using machines. They avoid using advanced technology. I mean, yes, they use technology. I'm not saying that, but I'm still saying they are farming. And yeah, they do, ground soil tests and this and that to make sure that they dial it in. But there's still a whole bunch of human influences. Hundreds, 300, 400, 500 hands touch a. By the time you get your cigar, from seed to cellophane, it's like 300, 400, 500 hands. That's a bunch of people touch every cigar in one way or another, from planting it to seeding it to making a cellophane to the boxes. And the boxes, I mean, they're produced, and they use screen printing, and they use other things, and they use probably machines to make some of the box ends, but it's still an old craftsmanship trade. And cigars are too. The master blender. They are a very small breed that can pick out flavors and put them together in harmony to intentionally create a blend that you enjoy while maintaining the smoke, the burn, the draw, the look, the flavors. The AI thing now can create pictures. I'm looking to get a tattoo for my birthday this year. I want to get a quarter sleeve. And so I started looking into how to do that. And so I'm going to attempt to begrudgingly use AI to come up with an idea, so that when I go into the tattoo artist to get them to make the tattoo, I'm not just trying to tell them what I'm seeing. I'm going to use AI as, no, that's not what I mean. Switch that. No, that's not what I mean. So I can go in there a lot faster, not waste his time, not waste my time, her time, whatever, and get it moving in that direction, because time is money. But I would not have an AI generated tattoo. Art is made now through AI. I mean, you can make all sorts of images through AI. These deep fakes, videos, and all this stuff. And I understand using technology to be creative as a tool, But to use technology instead of being creative, I have a problem with that. And so it's my hope AI never, ever, ever gets into the blend of a cigar. Now, I will tell you, in all transparency, if they make an AI generated cigar, I'm going to smoke it because I want to know. I will. And I'll give it an honest shake. I will. But even if it's better, even if it's the best cigar I've ever smoked, it won't be the cigar I want to smoke because I desire that craftsmanship. I desire that passion, that sweat and that grind, and all those families that are benefited from me making the cigar, or for me smoking the cigar, purchasing the cigar. So I would love, keep it clean, keep it kind. I would love comments about your opinions on AI. Am I just old with my tinfoil hat on, thinking that the sky is falling like Chicken Little? Or do you have these concerns? They say they want to put up guardrails and safety barriers and this and that, but you know what? If you put the fox in charge of the hen house, things just happen. I've watched too many movies. It's facts. So, just food for thought. And I will tell you, AI will never replace me as Bob the Cigar Guy, number one, because I stink and I don't think that they can generate this crummy of content. Thanks for watching, by the way. Glad you're here. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Later, Tater. And by the way, this me, K. Rita, may not be AI, but it is A1 good. That's for sure. Get you some, try you some. I'll see you later. Later, Tater.